So yesterday I started the new game plus mode, and during the first 30 minutes of playing I asked myself, will I have the same kind of empty feeling after completing the story again? Which followed up by the question of why a lot of people felt the same kind of emptiness as me after the end. The feeling that I am describing here is not a depressed feeling or anything really dominant in your mentality, just the feeling that something is missing. If you are active on Reddit, then you are guaranteed to have seen posts like this about how sad and purposeless people felt after the ending of the game, and I think I might have a decent idea about what is causing this. Normally I am not really bothered by these things, but I thought it would be interesting to talk about this. Now this video will mainly focus on commentary, so you can leave this in the background and you won't miss much. And please keep in mind that these causes are opinionated, so I can be as wrong or right as you are. Okay, so the first thing that kinda triggered the feeling, or at least for me, was that you start in Kaer Morhen after the credits. It is just so empty. You start looking around for your friends, but everyone is just gone without saying goodbye or anything. It just makes you feel really lonely. And if you were planning to continue quests and explore every point of interest, then it probably took you some time and motivation to get used to the fact that no one is around anymore. So you can't do the quest to level up for the main storyline and help your friends, but you just do it for yourself, and again you get a lonely feeling. I remember when I clicked on the continue game button after the credits, and it already bothered me that there wasn't a narrator keeping you up with the story, just a loading screen. And then not a single friend to be found, only Zoltan and Dandelion were still in Novigrad, but I don't think that left anyone satisfied. I think this could be prevented if you got a chance to say a proper goodbye, or that all characters just remain in the game after the end. So the second thing that I thought is that the game really pulls you into the story by choices that are very opinionated. They question your morality. It is not a question like do you go to the left or do you go to the right, but questions like, will you accept money for little effort? Will you kill the lady who killed her friend out of jealousy? Will you kill the botchling or turn him into a good spirit? Will you try to be a good father figure to Ciri, or do you let her figure things out by herself? The effect of these decisions gives you the idea that the story is not predestined. You get to decide everything, so that basically makes it your story instead of Geralt's. I have even read posts about people who didn't find Ciri attractive because they felt uncomfortable doing that. They got so caught up in the idea that they are her father by having made father-like choices as Geralt, that they can't even find a non-existent girl sexually attractive. This is just an example of how involved you can be in this game, and a sudden end in the involvement can really affect you. A lot of people, including me, started reading the books from the Witcher series to stay in the story. Normally I only read books for school, but this was an exception, and probably for a lot of other people too. I think that this aftermath of playing the game is good and bad. I think it is good because all these emotions mean that the story was awesome, and bad because it may force you to rehab from the game. Speaking of rehab, I think this is just a minor cause, but it may have been that during your gameplay of The Witcher, you did nothing else in your free time. If you would have all the time in the world and you'd spend it on The Witcher, while still sleeping enough and staying healthy, then on average I think it would take you at least a week to complete the game. During that time you might have done nothing else that you consider amusement. This makes your mind feel used to the Witcher universe, and because of that, it feels like a small rehab after the end of the game. This is also usually the case if you watch TV shows. Have you ever liked a show that much that you do nothing else in your free time than watching it? And when it ends, you're so sad. So, for the people who have played Witcher almost non-stop, this may have played a part in why you have felt empty after the game. So, this is about everything that I have come up with, and I hope that you can at least relate to some of these things I said, otherwise it would be somewhat pointless. I got a question for you. How did you feel when the game ended, and what were the causes of why you felt that way? If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. My name is Glassy Owl, and I hope you have an awesome day.